Folks, I would have words with thee about Thor, and I'm not talking about the almighty Thor, which I semi-reviewed last week. I'm actually speaking of the real deal. Came back from the theater a little while ago seeing it, went with my mother. She absolutely loved the movie, and I did as well. And this is going to be my review on it. Trying to keep myself calm and from not totally geeking out on everything that I saw in this movie, I have to say, well, fuck it. I'm pretty much excited about this, and if this is what the introduction to the summer of good comic book movies was when I first saw Iron Man back in '08, I'm definitely going to be in for a ride with the other three big ones I want to see, which are X-Men, Green Lantern, and Captain America. Thor pretty much is another Iron Man, essentially, when you get down to it, in my mind. But it's still enough of its own movie. The reason why I compare it to Iron Man, and hey, if you know me regularly by now, spoilers are going to be abound in this, so you have to the count of now to get out of here. First off, I really loved the flashback sequence to when Thor and Loki were kids, and the big battle that took place, which was very reminiscent of the prologue backstory that we got from the Fellowship of the Ring. I thought a lot of the back history when they built up into the characters was awesome. Asgard itself, beautiful. I mean, in terms of visual aesthetics, I thought Avatar was a pretty good movie. I feel now that this one has trumped it a little bit. It's just a beautiful, beautiful movie. I probably equate this to what I consider, or what a lot of fans of anime would consider, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, to be probably one of the best drawn animes out there. This is visually one of the best looking movies I've seen in a long time. Chris Hemsworth, terrific job as Thor. I loved his performance. I also got to give major props to Natalie Portman as Jane Foster. They changed her character up a little bit, and you know what? I'm not complaining about that. What I really like, too, in between them, is that we have believable chemistry in between these actors. Pretty much the way that Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow had great character chemistry in between them, as well as building up to their budding romance. And I was a little bit disappointed with the way they did Edward Norton and Liv Tyler in The Hulk, but hey, it was still a good movie in its own right. But all the actors in this movie did terrific. Anthony Hopkins as Odin. I think he totally nailed this part. If I ever pick up a Thor comic book again and read of Odin in there, Hopkins is going to be the voice that I hear in my head whenever Odin speaks. And I definitely think that this is probably up in heights of the best roles that he's taken in his career. This will probably become a close second in my mind, because I rate Hannibal Lecter third, Odin second, and I actually say that his crazy as a fucking lunatic Von Helsing and Bram Stoker's Dracula is my favorite. But he's definitely had the role down pat to me. Nobody told me Renee Russo was in this movie. I thought she did terrific for the little bit of time that she had as Frigga. Tom Middleton did pretty good as Loki, although once the motivation got out that he wasn't Odin's son, a little bit of a stretch to me, but I still enjoyed the performance and enjoyed the story overall. We have Agent Coulson back in this movie, has a much, much larger role than he had in Iron Man 2, and I really like his character. I actually look forward to seeing more of him in the S.H.I.E.L.D. movie, since he pretty much makes me laugh throughout this. Let's see. The Frost Giants look terrific. A lot of people complained they looked too short. You know what? I think it was just fine the way it was. I enjoyed Colm Feore's performance as the Giant King, what was his name, Belfry. I thought he did a terrific job, and that makeup that he had on him throughout this movie was really, really creepy. Instead of a frost giant, he looked more to me like what the Crimson King does in the Dark Tower comics that Marvel drew. But you know, I thought he did terrific with what he was portraying. You know, of course, at the same time too, it's what he usually does anyway, is these creepy, fearsome villains. The Warriors 3. Hogan and Fendrell, I don't know who the actors were playing them. They were all right enough. Ray Stevenson as Volstagg, kick ass. A lot of complaints geared towards the fact that these guys weren't really focused on in the movie. I thought they had enough time given to them, and I thought their performances were good, especially Ray Stevenson as Volstagg. You got to remember about this too. While there are complaints that the Warriors 3 and Sif weren't really focused on in this movie is called Thor. I don't want the background characters to wind up outshining the main character in the title, and I definitely think that they had enough time in there for us to like them as characters and even contribute something useful to the movie. Look-wise, I love the costumes. I especially love the Oliver Copel look that they took for Thor with the armor that he was wearing. The visual effects were wonderful. I'm raving here, but what can I say? This is just a terrific movie. And even the little hint at the end of Loki surviving, I thought was good. I love the nod to the Cosmic Cube in there as well, and I wonder really what kind of role Dr. Selvig is going to play on down the road, on down the road now that Nick Fury has kind of come to him, you know, asking him to figure that thing out. All in all, this is a terrific movie, however, and I really, really look forward to what the rest of the summer has lined up in terms of these good comic book movies. Do have one complaint on here, which I would have words with the Marvel. Shame on you. No Jack Kirby reference in this movie. Now, you had Stan Lee in there, you had JMS, which is good and fine, but, and this is a minor quip with me for those of you who don't read comics, but, you know, since Kirby was a major artist who helped create this character visually, and people supposedly revere him throughout the industry, I consider it kind of bad that you didn't give him any kind of nod in this movie. Now, yeah, his name was in the credits and all that, but movie based on Thor comic by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Yeah, that's fine, but still, you should have had a reference to him. Stan Lee won't be showing up in the Captain America movie, I can tell you that much. Basically because the rules say that if he didn't create the character in any way, he doesn't show up in the movie, so Captain America is partly a creation of Jack Kirby, and I really hope that they have a good nod or tribute to him in some way in the movie when it comes out. But yeah, all in all, when it boils down to it, Thor is definitely a good kick-ass movie to start out the summer with. I say this for pretty much anything that I read or watch on here and review, but I do highly, highly recommend this movie, even if you don't like comics or don't like fantasy. Hell, just go see this movie. You'll have some laughs. Girls will get a kick out of the love interest going in this movie. Guys will love the battle scenes. It's pure awesome all around. 10 out of 10 for me. And that's it. I'll catch you guys later on. Peace.